does audio not work? Oh, my microphone works.
So the point is that
Exactly what I want. Yes, thank you.
Like, if anything, you'd like it to like turn off while you're changing the settings, not while the settings are on.
Exactly.
You've managed to do exactly what I don't do, or I don't want.
Okay, say something.
Something.
Perfect. We have a total of 1 viewer. I believe that's me.
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Alrighty. I'm programming.
Welcome, programming. I'm
No,
Bracket.
I mean,
it's a dad joke.
yeah, it's a dad joke. I mean,
It's
I
a
don't
bad
mind.
joke.
I don't mind dad jokes, but that one was particularly dad. Um, I wonder. YouTube is great. YouTube's telling me, oh, you have 750 kilobits per second, but we recommend you to have 4,500. Well, but I don't have any more, so too bad. So yeah.
So yeah, and I like how all this came out of why I'm studying psychology.
You're right. I couldn't even remember how we started the discussion. Where is that other file?
This looks pretty cool. Hey, look at this.
Oh, are you? Of course, you're still streaming.
Well, no, now I'm streaming something new.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that it works in neurons is that there's a sort of like propagating normal distribution that then gets applied over like the sigma notation here.
Right. Now the
Right.
exact math that happens in biological neurons is pretty complicated, right?
Yeah, but this is what happens in biological neurons.
But luckily we have already proven that it doesn't really matter what activation function you use.
As long as it's not linear.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
here's the thing, right? I think you shouldn't say that though, because it's not that we've proven that for the limit, it doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that there aren't some activation functions or architectures that are faster at converging than others, though.
Exactly.
You've just
indeed.
proven that it converges.
Yes,
So
indeed.
you should be careful of what you say.
And for now, it looks like that ReLU is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
It's like fairly different from this.
At first they used sigmoid
and the 10H.
10H exactly.
I know because I use them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started using.
Fallen out of favor, I guess.
Well, they're slower and accomplish the same shit, so.
Right. Now, it's not that evaluating them is slower, because evaluating the activation functions is only a small fraction of the time that you spend during training. Most of the time is
There's also the problem of the vanishing gradient with them and whatnot. So that's why we
yes,
added leaky relu. I remember that.
yes. There is the vanishing gradient problem. Yeah, but that's not really that big of a concern. It seems like it seems that Relu, which does have a vanishing gradient, well, the gradient is zero for half of its inputs. Um, it looks like that's not really a concern.
But we use leaky relu a lot of the time to mitigate that, or
Well,
some variant of it.
that's the thing, right? You can totally use leaky relus, but you don't really have to. Some works claim that their model works better without leaky relus, with normal relus, and some projects claim that it works better with leaky relus. So it
Output
depends.
undetermined. Yeah. What did you name the stream? Listen to two people who know absolutely nothing about what they're talking about talk about it.
Maybe that's what I should have done. Can I?
Or maybe you should call it the Talkpoints and Tangents podcast.
Can I rename the stream while it's running?
I have no clue.
Talkpoints and Tangents.
Yeah. It sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? I wonder if it's already a
Two
thing.
people talking about things they have no idea about.
We say is like, most of our work just bases around these things anyway.
I mean, in reality, we are pretty knowledgeable because we're pretty smart.
You think I'm smart? I feel honored.
YouTube is complaining about the frequency of my keyframes. I've actually said, YouTube wants me to put it to 4 seconds, but that's exactly what I've already set it to. So I guess I can't help YouTube. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway. I'm writing something amazing right now.
So yeah, you write that amazing thing. I'll continue studying psychology.
Please do. The current keyframe frequency is 8.3 settings. Interesting. But I don't really... well, I guess I just set it to automatic in OBS. So what if I manually set it to 4? Can I change this value while streaming?
You've asked that like 4 times about 4 different things in this.
Sorry. Did I just realized I have accidentally made you super loud in the stream, I guess. Test, say something.
Something.
Okay. Should be fine now, I guess. Not that I would know because I'm not listening back to it.
Me neither. I remember when I first tried streaming, someone wanted music, so I was trying to figure out how to put music. I accidentally made a sort of feedback loop that got louder each time. And it was amazing. I didn't even realize for like 5 minutes what had happened, and they're like saying stop.
Well, we can't have this problem because no one's watching.
Send me the stream. I might post it somewhere.
I mean, I'm scared of that, but okay.
Wait, you're scared of some random people?
How can I? Ah, here, copy video. Well, video URL sounds like the right thing to do.
Yeah. Talkpoints and Tangents.
Yeah, so it's totally possible to change the name midstream.
I was thinking to myself, like, this is funny.
Wow, 2 concurrent viewers.
Yeah. So my question is this for your game or for your?
Yes and no.
What do you mean?
I guess it could be useful for the game too, but it's kind of something.
Wait, is this that sort of mesh like editing thing you're talking about a while ago?
Yes.
Oh my god! Like the only reason I remembered is because I saw it's like the files were like called arrays, and I was like, oh my god! It just like triggered something in my brain. I was like, holy shit!
Now, yeah, I guess it's part of the editing program, but I've decided to put it into its own program, project, because I guess I could use it for anything really. It's very general. So why is this red? Oh,
Not referred
right.
to. Remember
Data,
arrays.
that's what I call it. Pardon?
No, I'm just watching the stream.
Do I want to use? I guess I don't want to use the get value function for this. Maybe I should write the get array function. So what's the problem here? I don't understand the error message.
Let me see it. Where's your? Okay,
No, it's true.
can
Of course, I know. I put the wrong type here. The return type of my function was wrong. And of course now this is also wrong. Perfect. I guess I wanna use the array type here. I'm gonna call it array, and then we're gonna use it here. course, get array should return a reference, not a copy. We don't want to copy our data every time we access it. We're not JavaScript or Java or Python. Well, okay, I guess they don't necessarily do that either.
So my girlfriend's gonna be busy studying for the rest of the night.
So why exactly did you study if you don't like study with her?
She wanted to study on her own, like reading and whatnot, because like she needs to first get the information in her brain, like most people, right? But that part is usually best done like alone, unless like you have someone like directly talking to you about it. And since I don't really know the material right off the bat, it wouldn't be helpful for me to just like sit there and listen to her, I guess. The hope was that if she would read through it and then did the exercises, that then after I could like try and bring up some more exercises. But I mean, I'm having fun studying this anyway, so I guess I can continue.
I see. Say, is there audio on the stream? Because YouTube's telling me, oh yeah, the current stream's audio bitrate is 0, which is less than the recommended value.
Yeah, there is, and it's funny.
I can see that 0 would be a little bit less than the recommended value. But it's only, it's funny. If the video bitrate is low, that's a warning. But that the audio bitrate is 0, that's just a suggestion.
Well, maybe it's because if it's 0, it's probably like some sort of reading error, right? Like, it's kind of like impossible for that. Well, not expected for that to happen.
I guess so. It is very unexpected. Man, this audio compression is really good.
You need 0 information to get all of it.
I guess I have to write this with a lambda. Or worse, with a functor. No, maybe I can use a lambda. Have you ever seen a lambda in C++?
No.
This is how you write it.
Right, let's see.
Yeah, that's an equal sign between
brackets. Yeah, I was like, huh.
Now sometimes instead of the equal sign you see an like ampersand.
Okay.
But that means something else.
Okay. So what does bracket notation do?
Yeah, well,
just there for convention, or is it like an operator?
This is called the captcha list. You know how in JavaScript and in Python and probably in Julia, when you write a lambda, inside of the lambda you can access the variables in the like enclosing scope.
Yeah.
So how can it do that? Because you, for example, if you pass that lambda like to another part of your program, maybe you return the lambda, then the lambda function has a longer lifetime, well, than the variables in the enclosing scope. So how is it possible to access the values of these variable inside the lambda?
Well, see. The CPU does its magic. That's the answer.
Well, the answer is that the values of these variables in the enclosing scope are stored together with the lambda. And this, like between the brackets, you can manually specify which
One gets stored.
which ones you want to save with the lambda. But if you write equal sign, it says just copy everything. The compiler is smart enough to not copy things that you don't actually access.
If I had made the language, I probably would have done an ellipsis for like copy everything.
Well, the reason why it's equals is because, well, yeah, that's basically what happens. It uses the assignment operator to copy, the assignment constructor, to be precise, to copy the values. If instead you were to use the ampersand, then it will not create copies, but instead create a reference to each.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right. Now, if you return the lambda and you access local variables inside of it, then using the ampersand would be a bad idea because...
Right, you'll just reference nothing.
Exactly.
Because it's a lambda, not a full-on function. With a name, a family, hopes and dreams.
Ha 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 ha. I'm using some really, really new notation here.
Yeah.
I hope this works. Yeah, it probably doesn't. Unless I can pass multiple parameters to the visit function. I've already looked at how this stuff gets compiled by GCC and Clang, and it's awful. Like, you could do it way more efficiently, but maybe like that's low priority. So let's see. Yes, the visit function can take several different parameters, but it will probably will be even more inefficient. Why did I make this const auto, by the way? I don't remember.
You never told me, so nor do I.
Okay, I don't think it should be const.
Is array supposed to be the index there?
Why can I not?
Felix.
Yes. So the thing is, data is an array of arrays. So the array index is, well, specifying which of the arrays you You mean to access?
No. I just meant like where is it instantiated, the value of array?
Array is passed by it's a
Okay, no, never mind. I
parameter
see
here.
it. Yeah, I see it. Wakata. So what are you trying to do?
I can tell you what grand thing I'm trying to do.
After this message from our sponsors.
After a word from our sponsors, I'm afraid we don't have any.
Exactly, that's why I didn't say anything. After this word from our sponsors, no one. Try out a free no one at no1.com probably sounds like some sort of website.
So man, it's probably awful what I'm doing here.
Array index array, is that what you're gonna write now?
So right now I'm using both the name array for the index of the array and also for the array itself.
Yeah. Why don't you just say index and then outer index or something like that?
Yeah, that would be. I mean,
that'd be smarter.
Maybe. But the compiler's not complaining, or at least the IDE.
Yeah, but you will be complaining.
So usually
array.
I mean, the IDE still keeps track of them, right? So it knows that this array is a different one from these arrays.
But will
Smart,
you in
right?
5 months?
Well, I won't know. I guess I should call the one I should call array index, and the other one I should call just array.
Yeah. Why'd you do that? It takes like 3 seconds. Come on. Chop. Do it.
Or maybe I should call it column, and the index I call row, because it's kinda like a table.
Like a matrix.
It's like, yeah, except that each array can have a different length from the others, so it's, I'm a fan of long variable names.
Me too.
Perfect. No, you're not.
I write literal phrases for variable names, don't you remember?
Okay, I guess so.
Instead of FFT, I wrote fast Fourier transform.
So, what am I making here? I'm glad you asked. So, there are a bunch of features that you see in a lot of different programs that are pretty much difficult to implement, right? So most programs have in memory some kind of storage that stores the thing you're working on right now, right? Your Word document or your 3D models or your canvas in a drawing program. And a lot of these programs also have undo.
Yep.
So how can you store arbitrary data in a way that you can also undo changes to it?
By storing changes to the variables.
Exactly.
And then applying different algorithms to generate new data from those examples.
Close enough.
Well, no. What I mean is that was a joke. I was like, oh, then we can use that as training data to show an algorithm what to do, what not to do, and see if it can generate something interesting.
It would actually be really interesting. Get a bunch of undo logs and have a model predict the next stage given
fraction.
any of the states or something like that. Yeah. But yeah,